In Kirkwood today, about 1,000 people gathered together. Their goal, to combat the isolation that some people with disabilities face. Best Buddies Missouri is the local chapter of an international organization that works to end the social and emotional isolation of people with developmental disabilities. The group held its 10th annual Best Buddies Friendship Walk. The event brought together people to promote inclusion. Those attending tell us it's amazing to see how the group has grown, especially in schools in the metro.
It's so important, and it's the students that really embrace the mission and want to promote this inclusion and friendships. It's incredible.
I just want to change the world to be around people like we have here at the walk.
If you'd like to learn more on how you can become involved with Best Buddies Missouri, look for this story inside the First Alert 4 app.